Good evening, Soul Warriors. It is Tara from Soul Intentions, and we are on day 15 of 28 Days to Peace. So, my day 15 had to do with destroying and discarding things. I was in the middle of this day in a kitchen renovation, and we had been basically gutting the whole kitchen, and all the kitchen items were moved into various rooms throughout the house. And it was dirty. It was fun at the beginning because, of course, destroying things sometimes is really fun, ripping apart cabinets and walls and other things. And then it got really inconvenient, and then you didn't know where anything was, and then you're like, is this worth it? And then weeks and weeks go by of renovation and you start to get tired of it. But now on the other side of it, where I have a beautiful kitchen, it was so worth all the destruction, all the discarding. It was wonderful to clean out every single cabinet, not in the moment sometimes, and just pare down to what we actually use and what we actually needed. So I was really thinking about that the benefits of destroying and discarding things. And I think all too often when things start to fall apart or blow up, we get like mad or scared or why is this happening? But sometimes that's exactly what needs to happen to create the space to bring in the new things. So sometimes it's a lot of work. Sometimes it's frustrating. Sometimes it can be scary. Sometimes it's startling and sudden, like at least this kitchen renovation I had planned. But sometimes things just, fall apart, like a job or relationship, and you weren't expecting it, or a friendship, bringing it back to the things that I was working on with peace. They come up unexpectedly, but they're like absolutely the best things because it frees up room in your life for new things. And if those new things aren't immediately evident, like obviously as my kitchen started coming together, I was like, oh yeah, this is totally worth everything that I went through. But when like a relationship blows up or a job, you don't immediately see that, and you don't really know who's going to end up coming into your life or what type of new opportunity or job or person might show up. So stay really open to that sort of thing. And when you see destruction going on in your life or something falling apart, just approach it more with curiosity than being upset. I mean, if you need to feel upset, please feel through that emotion, but just don't get stuck there. Go to the place where you're like, I wonder what this is freeing up, and use the language like, wow, this is opening up something brand new in my life, and I can't even imagine what it is, and I can't wait to find out what it is because it's going to be amazing. Start telling those stories so that you're calling in fresh, new, interesting, exciting, good for you energy to replace those old things. And I feel like this is important also with the old stories, where we've been talking about telling those stories that we want to, get to the peace side of things or get to happiness or whatever it is that you chose to work on during these 28 days. We really need to shift the stories and make new stories and destroy or discard those old stories and not tell them anymore. We also need to make room in our heart, make room in our mind. And by shifting those stories, we're doing exactly just that. And again, as we've talked about before, that doesn't mean focusing on the story, because that's not how you shift it, because you can't like rewrite what happened. It is what it is. But just leave it in the past and tell new stories, or tell the stories of curiosity of what is to come. And I also feel like this is really important with your space. Like, look around, and I didn't realize, I was so used to my space and so comfortable in my space, I didn't realize even how much some things were really worn out. Some things I didn't even really like anymore, but they were there every day, and they just kind of blended into the background. So I didn't even realize that they were taking up space in my life. So a lot of times we lose that awareness when we get comfortable. So really look at your feelings, look at your thoughts, look at what your gut is stirring you towards. Look around your space and your environment, at your job, at home, in your car, and see what you can discard or destroy to free up space for that new stuff to come in. So if you're feeling kind of stuck, even if it's like in the realm of money, or if it's in the realm of a job or relationship, go clean out a closet or a drawer. And I know that might not make any sense, but freeing up energy and freeing up space is freeing up energy and filling freeing up space, but also it can be symbolic of you freeing up space for lots of other things. So really, when you do something, even as mundane as cleaning out your junk drawer or cleaning off your desk, do it with a lot of intention. Like, I am doing this small thing to show to myself and to the universe that I can make things around me free and clear and nice and open for new, exciting, wonderful opportunities to fall into my lap. And I know I can't even possibly imagine what opportunities, some I can, but I can't even fathom what type of things might fall into my lap. So really embrace destruction, embrace getting rid of old things that are stuck with old energy or you just don't use anymore or are worn out, and really embrace bringing in those new things. So that was my day 15. You need to destroy and discard some things to make room for what is new. So I challenge you to pick one thing, even if it's as small as, like a corner of a counter in your kitchen, and discard, destroy, get rid of, and with deep, deep intention of freeing up new space for calling in. Like for me right now, I would do something and I would be calling in peace. Like, it makes me much more peaceful if I, say, clean off my bureau and put a beautiful crystal on it and, make it look really nice. And it brings me peace. So I can tap into using things like that with my intention while I'm cleaning my space to gather more of that peace and bring it into myself, since that is my intention for these 28 days. So yeah, go out and embrace destruction, embrace discarding, and use those things intentionally to create whatever it is that you're trying to embrace in these 28 days. So it was great talking to you again on day 15, and I will see you tomorrow for day 16. Have an amazing evening, Soul Warriors. Much love out to you.